Here. Today we're doing something a little different. We're breaking down a timeless concept, but we're doing it through a highly visual, deeply cinematic lens. We're literally visualizing a piece of ancient wisdom that is shockingly relevant to every single step you'll take today. So get comfortable, clear your mind, and let's step right into this incredible landscape together. Just listen to the profound simplicity of this verse. Can two walk together except they be agreed? That's from the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 3. Let's just pause and let that sink in for a second. It creates this beautifully peaceful, reverent atmosphere, doesn't it? It's not some complicated riddle. It's honestly a fundamental law of motion and relationships. Can two walk together without agreeing? Intuitively, the answer is an obvious no. But why is that? Well, to really get it, we need to visualize what walking together actually looks like.
To truly grasp the beauty of this, let's paint a breathtaking mental picture, a truly cinematic vision. Imagine a gorgeous, golden sunrise casting these long, beautiful shadows over a quiet, endless country road. The lighting is absolutely perfect. It's peaceful, it's inspiring. Now picture two people starting their journey side by side. Right out of the gate, they are in perfect harmony. They're moving in the exact same direction. There's unity, there's real purpose. It's not just, putting one foot in front of the other, it's a shared vision. The sunlight is just hitting the path perfectly as they move forward effortlessly. This serene imagery, this is the absolute baseline of what it actually means to be in agreement.
Section 1. The question of Amos and cinematic visions of unity.
Because here's the thing. Before two people can walk together on that beautiful sunlit road, they have to agree on the direction. It's that simple. Imagine synchronized footsteps, right? Moving in total harmony with a clear purpose. That's peaceful progress. But then, think about the flip side. We've all seen this, or maybe lived it. Two travelers pulling in completely opposite directions on the exact same path. Because they can't agree, they are literally stuck. All that cinematic beauty of the sunrise, it's completely lost in the exhausting, frustrating friction of their struggle. It all boils down to this incredibly simple formula. Agreement produces unity. Unity produces progress. It's an undeniable truth. You just can't skip step 1 and expect to reach step 3. Without agreement, you simply have no unity. And without unity, zero forward progress. You just end up with people standing on a road, pulling away from each other, completely exhausting themselves. And this isn't just some high-level spiritual idea. This is a universal, practical principle that applies literally everywhere in life.
Section 2. Agreement in everyday life.
So let's take this out of the abstract countryside metaphor and drop it right into the practical, everyday relationships that make up our lives. In friendships, agreement is absolutely crucial. Think of two friends supporting each other through thick and thin. In a marriage, it's the whole shebang. Even something simple like holding hands is a physical sign of an internal, agreed-upon direction. And it's the exact same in business, or ministry, or a community project. A foundational agreement is the secret sauce that allows these relationships to actually thrive and move forward.
Section 3. Aligning with God's direction.
Now, if we want to walk with God, we bump into a pretty stark and frankly uncomfortable reality about human nature. God doesn't just change his direction to match ours. He built the road. But so many times, we desperately want all the blessings and promises, the beautiful destination, while completely rejecting his ways and instructions on how to get there. We want the sunlit path, but we refuse to follow the map. And going back to Amos's question, can two walk together without agreement? No way. We have to align with his direction.
Section 4. Fellowship, intimacy, and purpose. Imagine the camera pulling back right now to reveal this massive, breathtaking horizon. This is where the journey really builds, step by sequential step. It's like a domino effect. Step 1, agreement comes. When you finally align your direction with his, it unlocks the next door. Step 2, fellowship grows. You start actually walking together in harmony. Because you're spending that quality time together, step 3 hits, intimacy grows. You get to know the one you're walking with on a profoundly deep level. And finally, because of that intimacy, step 4, God's purpose becomes crystal clear. You aren't stumbling around guessing where the road leads anymore. You're walking it with absolute confidence alongside the mapmaker.
Which brings us to this absolute masterpiece of a visual. Picture a believer walking down that path, but right beside them is this radiant, warm, glowing light representing God's presence. It's stunning. The big, profound takeaway here is that the person who agrees with God will never, ever walk alone. Never. The journey itself might be long, but that radiant light guarantees the path will always be illuminated. That companionship, it's eternal.
As we wrap up today's explainer, I want to leave you with a sort of rhythmic, poetic blessing from our source material.
The ultimate goal is that we walk in these three vital things. First, may we walk in obedience, fully agreeing with His instructions. Second, may we walk in faith, trusting the path even when it takes an unexpected bend. And third, may we walk in His purpose, all the days of our lives, fully, completely aligned with the magnificent destination He has planned for us.
Which leaves us with one final, intensely personal question to ponder today. Am I walking in agreement with God? Really think about it. Am I aligning my daily life, my actions, and my choices with His Word? Or am I stubbornly pulling in the exact opposite direction? Keep that beautiful, cinematic vision of the peaceful, sunlit road in your mind today. Ask yourself who you are walking with and which way you are headed. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, keep walking forward, and I'll catch you next time.